Hello, welcome. Welcome to Let's Show English. I am so happy you are here. My name is Gia, J-I-A, Gia. Today I have a story for you. This is a very special story. It is a story for beginners. It is a story for Level 1 learners. This story is my story. It is the story of how I learned English. This video is English reading practice. You can read the words. You can listen to my voice. This is a great way to learn. Our focus today is Level 1. That means simple words, short sentences. We will go slowly. Why am I telling you my story? Because I want to show you. You can do it. Yes, you can. If I can learn English, you can learn English. So relax, get a cup of tea, and let's begin. Let's show English. Chapter 1. The World Without English. Long ago, I was a little girl. I lived in a small city. In my city, everyone spoke my language. Only my language. I did not speak English. I did not hear English. I did not see English. English was nothing. It was zero. I went to the store with my mother. All the signs were in my language. I went to the park. My friends all spoke my language. It was a happy life, a simple life. One day, my father brought home a new box. It was a stereo for music. The box was big. It had many words on it. I looked at the words. The words were strange. They were not my words. They were English words. I looked at the letters. S-O-N-Y. What is Sony? I did not know. I saw other words. Stereo. Power. Volume. I touched the letters. They were like a secret code, a puzzle. I asked my father, "What are these words?" My father smiled. He said, "That is English. It is a language from far away." Far away. Wow. I was curious. What did the words mean? How do you read this code? But I was small. I had other things to do. I had to play. I had to run. So I forgot about the strange English words. I forgot about the box. Life continued. My world was small. My world was safe. My world had no English. I did not need English. I did not want English. Or maybe a small part of me, a very small, curious part, wanted to know the secret. What did power mean? What did volume mean? I did not know. Not yet. Chapter 2. The First English Class. Years passed. I was older. I was not a little girl. I was a student, a young student. It was my first day of middle school. It was a big school. Many new students. Many new teachers. I looked at my schedule, my list of classes. I saw a new class, a new word. English. My heart went boom, boom, boom. I was excited. I was nervous. A little bit scared. Remember the secret code? The words on the box? Maybe I would finally learn the code. I walked into the classroom. I sat at a small desk. I waited. The teacher walked in. She was tall. She had a big, friendly smile. She looked at all of us, and she said, "Hello." "Hello," she said again. "My name is Mrs. Chen." She spoke English. Wow. Her voice was like music. She said, "Welcome to English class." I did not understand welcome to English class. I understood hello, and I understood English. I smiled. That day, we learned the alphabet, the English alphabet. The teacher pointed to the board. A, B, C. We all repeated, all the students. A, B, C. Oh, our voices were so loud. We shouted the letters. It was funny. It was new. It was okay. Just letters. 26 letters. Then Mrs. Chen showed us a picture. A beautiful picture. It was a fruit. A red, round fruit. I knew this fruit. I ate this fruit every day. Mrs. Chen pointed to the picture. She said, "Apple. A is for apple." She wrote the word on the board. A-P-P-L-E. Apple. The class said the new word. Apple. I said the new word. Apple. It felt strange on my tongue. Apple. Apple. A-P-P-L-E. Apple. I looked at the picture. A red apple. I looked at the word. A-P-P-L-E. I learned one word. My first English word. Apple. I felt so smart. I felt so happy. I went home that day. I saw my mother. I said, "Mother, look." I pointed to a fruit in the kitchen. Apple. My mother laughed. She said, "Yes, apple, very good." I was so proud. I knew one word of the secret code. One word. It was a start. A very, very good start. Chapter 3. The Wall of Grammar. One word was easy. One word was fun. But English class continued. After apple came boy and cat and dog. Okay, good. Then came lists. Long, long lists of words. We had to memorize. Memorize this list. 10 words, 20 words, 50 words. My head, oh my poor head, it was full, so full of new words. I studied. I worked hard. I memorized the lists. Book, table, chair, run, walk, eat. Okay, I knew many words, but then came the rules. The teacher called it grammar. Oh, grammar, my new enemy. The teacher said, "This is the present tense. This is the past tense. This is the future tense. He sits, they sit. Today I go. Yesterday I went." What? Went? Why not goed? I have one book. I have two books. I have one child. I have two children. Children? Not childs? My brain was broken. It was too much. Too many rules. Too many exceptions. English was not a fun code. It was a hard code. A very, very hard puzzle. I studied for tests. I got okay grades, B, sometimes C, but I could not use the language. I knew many words. I knew many rules, but I could not speak. I could not Shuō. When I tried to make a sentence, my brain stopped. I thought, okay, I want to say, I ate an apple yesterday. Okay, eat, past tense, ate. Okay, yesterday, so past tense, yes, ate. Okay, apple, A, starts with a vowel, so an apple. Okay, I ate an apple yesterday. It took 1 minute to make one sentence. This was not speaking. This was math. English was math. I felt stupid. I felt slow. I thought, Gia, you are not good at English. This was not fun. This was hard work. This was boring. I did not like English. Not anymore. Chapter 4. The Tourist and the Fear. I will tell you a story, a true story, a bad story. It was a Saturday. I was maybe 14 years old. I was in the city. I was walking with my friend. We were laughing. We were happy. Then a man stopped us. He was very tall. He had yellow hair. He had a big camera. He was a tourist, a visitor. He looked at me. He smiled. And he spoke. He spoke English. He said, "Excuse me, blah, blah, blah. Where is the blah, blah, blah museum?" He said something. I heard where. I heard museum. I knew those words. My grammar, my lists, my time to shine. My brain went blank. Nothing. Zero. Empty. The man smiled. He waited. He pointed to a map. My friend, she hid behind me. She was scared too. I looked at the man. My face felt hot, so hot. I was blushing. I was so embarrassed. I knew the answer. I knew where the museum was. It was just left. I opened my mouth. Nothing. No words. The present tense? Gone. The past tense? Gone. The word left? Gone. I did the only thing I could do. I smiled. A very small, scared smile. And I ran away. Yes, it is true. I ran away. I left my friend. I just ran. I ran down the street. I did not stop. My heart was boom, boom, boom. I felt awful. I felt so stupid. I felt so shy. I felt so ashamed. I studied English for 2 years, 3 years, and I could not say one word. Go left. 3 small words. I could not say it. That night, I went home. I looked at my English books, my lists, my grammar rules. I closed the book. I thought, I quit. I hate English. English is stupid, and I am stupid. I gave up. I stopped trying. In class, I was quiet. I did not answer questions. I did my homework. B, C. It was okay, but in my heart, I quit. English was finished. Chapter 5. The Magic Book. I quit for a long time, maybe 6 months. My English books were sleeping. I was fine. Life was okay. No English, no problem. But life is funny. Life is full of surprises. One day, I was visiting my little cousin, my aunt's son. He was small, maybe 5 years old. He was sitting on the floor. He had books, picture books. He was playing. He was happy. I sat on the floor with him. I said, "Hello, what are you doing?" He smiled. He held up a book. He said, "Book." I looked at the book. It was a thin book, a paper book. On the cover was a picture of a cat. It was a funny cat. It was a very big cat. It was a red cat, a big red cat. And the cat was wearing a hat, a big striped hat. I thought, a cat in a hat? That is silly. I looked at the words on the cover. The words were in English. The title was The Cat in the Hat. I looked at my little cousin. I said, "You read English?" He laughed. He said, "No, I just look at the pictures." I opened the book. My heart was quiet. I was not scared. I was not in school. There was no test. I was just curious. I looked at the first page. There was a picture of the cat. The cat was in a house, and there were words. The words were simple. The sun did not shine. I read the words slowly. It was too wet to play. I read the first sentence. I understood. I looked at the picture. It was raining. Yes, it was wet, so they could not play. I read the next sentence. So we sat in the house all that cold, cold, wet day. I understood. I understood the whole idea. I did not think about grammar. I did not think about past tense. I just read. I saw the picture. I read the words. It was magic. This was not a list. This was not a rule. This was a story. A simple, silly story about a big red cat. My little cousin got bored. He ran away to play with a toy car, but I stayed. I sat on the floor and I read the book. It was hard. It was not easy. There were many new words. Bump, thump, kite, gown. I used my small dictionary. I looked up bump. I looked up thump. It took a long time, maybe 1 hour, 1 full hour, to read one small children's book. But I finished. I read my first English book. From the beginning to the end. I did it. I closed the book. I felt proud. I was not stupid. I could read the code. I just needed the right code. A fun code. A story. This was the day. This was the real start. Not in a classroom, not with a test, on the floor with a silly red cat. Chapter 6. The Secret of Stories. That day changed everything. Everything. My brain woke up. Why? Why was this book different? Why was The Cat in the Hat better than my school book? I will tell you. My school book gave me lists. Apple, book, chair. The story gave me a world. In the story, the words were alive. I learned the word bump. Why? Because the cat bumped the wall. I did not memorize bump. I saw bump. This is the secret. This is the fastest way to learn. It is not a trick. It is not magic. Well, it is magic. It is the magic of context. What is context? Context is the story around the word. My school list: bump, thump, jump. My brain said, boring, I will forget this. The story: the cat jumped on the table. Thump, he bumped my fish. My brain said, wow, this is fun. I will remember this. When you learn a word in a story, you learn why. You learn how. You learn the feeling. Bump is a oops. Thump is a heavy sound. Jump is fun. I did not need to translate. I did not need to think in my language. I read the English. I saw the picture. I understood in English. This is direct learning. This is the comprehensible input that teachers talk about. Comprehensible means you understand. Input means reading or listening. You understand most of the story. Maybe 70%, 80%. The new words, 20%. You learn from the story, from the context. This is the fastest way. Why? Because it is fun. When something is fun, you want to do it. When you want to do it, you do it more. When you do it more, you learn faster. My grammar book was work. The Cat in the Hat was play. What do you choose? Work or play? I choose play. I choose stories. Chapter 7. My new habit. So, what did I do? I did not throw away my school books. No. Grammar is important. It is useful. But I had a new plan, a secret plan, my jazz fun plan. Step 1. Go to the library. I went to the library. I did not go to the adult English section. No. I walked to the children's section. I was 14 years old. I was tall. All the other children were 5. I did not care. I found the books, the simple Level 1 picture books. I found Goodnight Moon. I found The Very Hungry Caterpillar. I found more Dr. Seuss books. I took 5 books, 10 books, a big stack. The librarian looked at me. She said, "For your little brother?" I smiled. I said, "Yes, my little brother. He is very sick." Oh, it was a bad lie, but I was shy. Step 2. Read every day. I went home. I put my grammar book under my bed. I put my new, fun storybooks on my desk. I made a promise. "Jia," I said, "you must read 10 minutes every day." Just 10 minutes. Not 1 hour. Not 5 hours. 10 minutes. That is all. Easy. So every night before bed, I read. I read about a caterpillar who ate 1 apple, 2 pears, 3 plums. I read about a bunny who said, "Good night, moon, good night, stars." I did not study. I just read. If I did not know a word, I looked at the picture. If I still did not know, I used my dictionary, or I just skipped it. I just kept reading. And a funny thing happened. It was easy. It was relaxing. It was fun. Sometimes 10 minutes became 20 minutes. Sometimes 20 minutes became 30 minutes. I wanted to read. I wanted to know what happens next. Will the caterpillar become a butterfly? Will the cat clean up his mess? I was not learning English. I was reading stories. And my English was getting better. My vocabulary, all the new words got bigger. My reading speed got faster. My brain was changing. The secret code was not a code anymore. It was just reading. My new habit. 10 minutes a day. It saved me. Chapter 8. From Reading to Listening. So, I was a reader. A big, tall, 14-year-old reading Goodnight Moon. I was happy. My grades in English class got better. A-, sometimes A. Why? Because I knew so many words. My teacher said, "Jia, your vocabulary is excellent." I just smiled. I did not tell her about the caterpillar. But reading is quiet. Shh. English is not quiet. English is sound. English is speaking. English is listening. My reading was good. My listening was bad. Remember the tourist, blah, blah, blah museum? I needed to practice listening. So what did I do? Did I buy a listening test book? Did I listen to boring grammar tapes? No. I used my Jia's fun plan. I looked for stories, but not reading stories, listening stories. I found a podcast a podcast for children. Yes, again, I am the queen of children's English. The podcast was stories for kids. The speaker had a nice voice, a slow voice. He read stories. I put on my headphones. I closed my eyes. I listened. I understood nothing. Zero. Nothing. It was terrible. It was just noise. Blah, 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 cat, blah, 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 hat, blah, blah, blah. I heard one or two words, cat, hat, but the speed, it was so fast. My brain, my reading brain, was slow. The speaking brain was fast. I was so sad. I thought, oh no, a new wall. First, the grammar wall. Now, the listening wall. I almost quit again, but I remembered my first book, The Cat in the Hat. Was it easy? No, it was hard. It took 1 hour. So, I made a new promise. Gia, I said, you must listen 10 minutes every day. My magic number, 10 minutes. So, I did. Day 1, blah, 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 blah. Day 2, blah, blah, story, blah, blah, dragon. Day 3, blah, dragon is angry, blah, blah. Day 4, the dragon is angry because he is hungry. I understood. A sentence. A whole sentence. The magic was happening again. It was like my ears were opening. The sounds were not noise. The sounds were becoming words. It was a miracle. Chapter 9. The magic of listening. It was not a miracle. It was work. No, it was time. It just takes time. My brain needed time to learn the music of English. Every language has a music, a rhythm, the way the words connect. How are you? Not how are you? How are you? My brain had to learn the music, so I listened 10 minutes every day, on the bus to school, when I walked home, when I washed the dishes. My mother thought I was crazy. I was always smiling. I listened to the same story again and again and again. First time, I understood 30%. Second time, I understood 50%. Third time, I understood 80%. And I learned the pronunciation. I learned how the words sounded. In the book, I read know, K-N-O-W. I thought, K-now. In the podcast, the man said no. No, N-O? No, no. K-N-O-W. The K is silent. I was learning so much just by listening. My ears got strong. My brain got fast. The rabbit and the turtle were becoming friends. And the best part? My speaking got better. Yes, I did not practice speaking. I just listened. But the words, the music, the sentences, they were in my head. The English was inside me, not in a book, in my brain. I started to think in English. Small thoughts. Oh, It is raining. I am hungry. That is a big dog. It was amazing. I was becoming an English listener. And maybe, just maybe, an English speaker. Chapter 10, The Tourist, Part 2. So, my reading is good. My listening is good. My confidence is growing. It is 1 year later. I am 15 years old. I am in the city. I am walking. I see a woman. She has a map. She looks lost. She looks worried. She is a tourist. She looks at me. My heart boom, boom, boom. The old fear. She walks to me. She smiles, a nice smile. She speaks English. Excuse me, she says. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to find the train station. She did not say blah, blah, blah. She said, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the train station. I understood. I understood every word. The woman waited. She looked hopeful. My old self, Gia 1.0, wanted to run. Run, Gia, run! No, not this time. I took a breath. The English was in my head. I could hear the answer in my head. I smiled, a real smile, not a scared smile, a confident smile. I pointed. I spoke. Oh, yes, the train station. It is very close. Go this way, 2 blocks, and turn left. I said left, the word I could not say. The woman's face, oh, she lit up. She smiled. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. 2 blocks. Turn left. Thank you. I smiled back. I said, you're welcome. Have a nice day. It came from the stories. It came from the podcasts. It was in my head. The woman walked away. 2 blocks. She turned left. I stood there on the street. I did not run. I was a superhero. My superpower? English. I was not stupid. I was smart. I was not shy. I was helpful. I was a speaker of English. That day, I was born. Gia 2.0. Chapter 11. My English Today. That was a long time ago. Look at me now. I am Gia, and I am speaking to you in English. This is me. This is my story. Is my English perfect? No. I still make mistakes. Every day. I forget words. I use the wrong grammar. My accent is strong. I do not sound like a queen. And you know what? It is okay. It is okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are learning. Mistakes are proof you are trying. English is not my first language. It is my second language. Or third. It is a tool. It is a bridge. My story, my world can connect to your story, your world. English is the bridge. It is a bridge to new friends. It is a bridge to new ideas. It is a bridge to new stories. My journey is not finished. Learning is never finished. I am still learning every day. I still read stories. I still listen to podcasts. Not the very hungry caterpillar. Okay, sometimes I still read it. I love that book. Learning is a journey, not a race. There is no finish line. There is only the road. And you must enjoy the road. Chapter 12. Your story begins now. So, that is my story. The story of Gia. The story of apple and grammar. The story of running away and the cat in the hat. The story of blah 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 and turn left. Why did I tell you this? This long, long story? Because of you. Maybe you are like me. Maybe you are Gia 1.0. Maybe you feel shy. Maybe you feel stupid. Maybe you think English is too hard. Maybe you want to quit. Please do not quit. You are not stupid. You are smart. English is not too hard. You just need the right way. Your fun plan, your cat in the hat, your 10 minutes a day. And that is why I am here. That is why I created this channel. Let's Shuō English. Shuō means to speak. Let's speak English. This channel is my way to help you. I am your friend, Gia. I am your teacher. I am just like you. I learned with stories, and I can teach you with stories. Here we will read Level 1 stories. We will read Level 2 stories. We will listen. We will learn. We will grow. And we will do it together. This is our classroom. This is our safe place. No tests, no grammar walls, no fear. Just stories and just learning. Your English journey begins today. It begins now. It begins with one story. Are you ready? Are you excited? I am. Welcome to the journey. Welcome to Let's Shuō English. Subscribe. Click the bell. Our first real story is next. Thank you for listening to my story. Now, let's go learn more. Bye-bye.